The following stream has been approved for all puzzle audiences by the puzzle general community.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cards of the Heart, and welcome back to Puzzle General's Tetrisattakr Speedrun Tournament 2021, and we've got a nice full slate of group matches for you. Some of them we've pre-recorded to bring them to you in a good fashion, and after that we've got a couple of live performances for you. But we will start with one of our previously recorded matches in Group D. Tetrisattakr, coming off of a tough loss to Tayman and D, will be trying to get some revenge for being knocked down in the Pokemon Puzzle Challenge tournament in 2019 against Paratroopa1. And to help me call this action today is someone new to this tournament, but certainly not new to the community. Please introduce yourself.
It is I, the Dark of Aries. What's up, everyone?
The darkest of Aries, I hear.
To be disputed, so yeah.
Well, it's good to have you here, and it's good to have everyone here watching. If you are watching for the first time and you don't know how this game works, believe me, a lot of people come into our streams of these games asking questions. Don't worry, I've got a little bit of a tutorial that should try to show you what the basic premise of the game is and how we are playing it in this tournament. Tetrisattakr is a Match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in August 1996 for North America and November 1996 for Europe. It was also broadcast on the Japanese Teleview service from November 1996 until the service was discontinued in June 2000. As a Match 3 puzzle game, if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you'll need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also send garbage to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can quickly add up if stacked correctly. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear and then have the panels directly above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will also make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you'll have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. That said, due to the way this game handles combo garbage as well as the overall speed of these opponents, you will almost exclusively see our players make them run out of time through timely garbage attacks. Easy mode has 10 stages, normal mode has 11 stages, and hard and V-hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. And so we are starting off this tournament with a round-robin group stage. We have 4 groups that we have split 17 players into, and they will be trying to best everyone else in their group in best of 5 speedrun races. And new to this tournament, we are playing on all of the difficulty levels that this game has to offer, because at the highest levels, they really aren't that much different in time, so we can afford to mix and match them. So the way we're doing each match for this group stage is that both players will be starting on a level that they choose, and then the loser of the race will pick the next level from the remaining available levels until all of the levels have been played. And if we get to a game 5, then we open it back up to every level being in play. We've already seen that with our first match of the tournament between Tayman and Tetrisattakr, so you will definitely want to see how that turned out, and hopefully Tetrisattakr doesn't have that to deal with again. And we should hope to be done with the group stage by April 11th. At that time, the top 2 players in the group will be advancing into the final bracket. Now let's take a look at Group D. There's only been one match so far. It was really close. Tetrisattakr will be looking to get some semblance of revenge, and this is his best shot to try and get some points on the board. Paratroopa's been a wild card in this tournament. He's definitely capable of really good times, but he does tend to do it in a bit of an unconventional way that has led to some pretty early top-outs. So this is going to be interesting to see how he's able to control himself this time. If he is able to control himself, he's shown that he can go on really deep runs. But he's got a very uphill battle here with Tetrisattakr.
Yeah, I mean, what's kind of interesting to me, anyways, is that both of them actually play on emulator. I know a lot of the early people in the community are very much like hardcore console players, so it is kind of exciting to see more people join into this, especially since Super Nintendo emulation is pretty much kind of figured out. Like, we've gotten super accurate emulators on computer, or as accurate as they're really going to be. We now have FPGA consoles that also are pretty darn accurate, so the more people playing, the more interesting things get. So I'm excited to see how this matchup's going to go.
Yes, it is definitely exciting to see new players get onto the scene. These two have joined up with us over the past few years, and they have put up some really good showings in tournaments. And we've also got several other newer players who are coming in that have put together really strong performances. So you don't have a Super Nintendo, don't worry about it. Just grab your favorite emulator, grab your game, and go nuts. We welcome people of all skill levels and recording abilities in our Discords. And we try to race against each other every Friday night, and it's always exciting to see how new people show up. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get this first match going between Tetrisattakr and Paratroopa. Alright, so for the first level of this match, our players decided that they want to go hard from the very beginning. In fact, we're going to go on the hardest level in the very beginning. Going to get that out of the way first, and whatever happens, happens. So yeah, the different game levels actually play at different speeds between easy, normal, and hard V hard. That's also going to be a bit of an adjustment for our players.
Yeah, and it does seem that Tetrisattakr was doing a little bit of practice on V-Hard. As you can see, the background color is different on the level select. That means that you previously did play V-Hard, because it likes to do that color change, unless I'm remembering it in reverse. But either way, one of them was practicing on a harder difficulty.
Well, Tetrisattakr already had to restart a race because he failed to put in the combination for V-Hard at the beginning. But we can get into that a little bit later. Let's get this first game underway. And Paratroopa going big with an initial chain, and it's doing just enough. 23 seconds for Paratroopa, starting off with a bit of a sizable lead for this early in the run, but it's still way too early to say anything declarative about this race.
Yeah, when you have stages that are this short, it's, one good, nice, quick chain will just get you ahead of the next person. So it's a lot easier to kind of leapfrog your placement in these races here.
Okay, Paratroopa getting another nice stage. Not a great one by his standards, but definitely something suitable in 21 seconds. I see Paratroopa actually laying off a little bit. I'm used to seeing them raise their stack all the way up to the top before starting their chain, and now we're seeing some dividends pay out as a result. And that's a 16-second Poochie. Whew. There we go. You're gonna try to want to see stages finish out in less than 20 seconds if you can, but sometimes these foes just will not give you that level of control. So whoever handles the randomness the best will probably be the one that wins the match. "21 seconds for Paratroopa. Again, Tetrisattakr not quite sending enough, and it's getting a Wiggler an opportunity to clear the garbage again. But at least they're keeping up. At least they're able to keep up a little bit. And a 15-second Froggy for Paratroopa. Whatever Paratroopa is doing different in their mindset, it is working out so far. Oh, Paratroopa laying out the chains. Laying out all of the chains. Not so many combos, and Blarg went down really low. That's a bit mean. That is really mean.
Yeah, got some second tier going on.
Yuck. Second tier. When garbage clears, it's always the it's always the bottom line of each garbage block that's like touching each other that transforms into regular panels, and that can result in tiers of panels that end up on your field. And these foes, by default, are programmed to scan from top to bottom, looking for matches. So they will be looking for those tiers of panels to try and clear from.
Yeah, I'm also noticing here that the AI, it really likes to do that combo garbage. We're looking at Paratroopa's screen there. Oh, look, they both kind of cleared the stage at the exact same time. But yeah, looking at Paratroopa's screen, the AI really loves that combo garbage. You would see the AI has like a nice big boy chunk of garbage that Paratroopa sent. And then Paratroopa just has like these little nuggets of garbage at the top there. So super interesting how it works.
And once again, Paratroopa going really, really big. And really low for Raphael, just getting enough time to race one more row. Oh, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Paratroopa. Should lead to an easy kill, though. Looking really, really good going into the cave. The Cave of Wickedness is really where these runs come to live or die. Let's see which one this run will be today. Just in case there's any confusion for the live chat just tuning in, this match was pre-recorded on Friday, so we would have an opportunity to bring it to you at a reasonable time. So you can see the runners in chat talking about the match as it is happening. Don't worry, we will have some live action for you later in the broadcast. A force kill by Paratroopa there after 47 seconds. A 22-second Raphael for Tetrisattakr. That is going to give TA an opportunity to come back just a little bit. If Paratroopa is going to continue to have these problems in these cave stages, there might be some room for a comeback. These foes don't really care about your gigantic chains, because all those gigantic chains will do is make the screen shake a lot when they fall, and these foes will end up having plenty of time to respond to them as a result. Another violent screen shake, giving an opportunity for a chain. Like, Tetrisattakr did not make as big a chain on Hookbill. Ended up with only combos on top falling. That led to minimal screen shake. So you want to try to incorporate as many combos into your chains as you can while still minimizing the chain to minimize the screen shake. It is a very, very delicate balance. Finally, 56 seconds for Paratroopa. 2 stages to go, but they're trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah, this is the Cave of Wonders, and this is generally where races are gonna... The early part, it matters, but not too much. This is the point where you can really jump ahead. If I'm remembering a 4-way race that we had during, I think, an SGDQ, and that was where everything was kind of even-ish, and then the cave hit and everything just went sideways. People jumped ahead, people started falling behind. It's an exciting time for these types of speedruns.
That race was a struggle for all of us involved. I still remember that race pretty vividly. Oh, Kamek not having any more time, and then just as Tetrisattakr enters Kamek, Paratroopa exits, looking for a sub 10-minute run as we hit Bowser. Oh boy, will Bowser's speed keep Paratroopa from the winner's circle here? Or will Paratroopa be able to clutch this out? Again, Paratroopa going really big, probably bigger than necessary. Oh, that screen shake hurts. Tetrisattakr is done with Kamek. Oh, I do not like where this is going. Getting a chain off of the garbage too. That's not something these foes know how to look for. So that's just luck based. Oh. Tetrisattakr, a more combo-centric attack on Bowser here. Para Bowser still going. TA Bowser might not have too many options left. Not quite. Also, TA's not super aggressive at raising his stack, so he tends to leave himself a bit short as well. More garbage clearing. Para Bowser not ending. TA Bowser still going. Oh, how is this going to work? And that is it. Tetrisattakr will be taking that first race. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was a super close one.
Oh, so disappointing. That Paratroopa's gotta be so disappointed with that. This man just, these Bowsers. These Bowsers, they're so mean. Another 6 chain. Just Paratroopa is buried under garbage right now. Now they can't really send more to Bowser. Oh, this is the worst. This is actually the worst. This is the worst V-Hard has. And can't even. Okay, Paratroopa building up an X3 chain there, which is going to be semi-helpful. One more line. For crying out loud. And there we go. Finally done. Finally done is Paratroopa after a time of 12 minutes 38 seconds. Tetrisattakr finishes with a 10:46. Paratroopa with a 12:38, and that is going to be enough for Tetrisattakr to get star number 1. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, yeah, Bowser decided that entire race. That's a bit unfortunate, but that's just how some of these things happen. But Tetrisattakr is up to the early 1-0 lead, and we are going to take a little bit of a break before deciding what the next level is going to be, and then we will bring that next race to you very shortly. You are watching Puzzle General. Alrighty everyone, welcome back to Puzzle General's Tetrisattakr Speedrun Tournament 2021. This is Cards of the Heart, joined by Dark Aries, and we've had some technical issues to resolve for the live audience, so now we're back. We should be ready for a game 2. Let me do a double check of what we are playing game 2 on. It is going to be hard mode.
Hardest to easiest, probably. That's probably what their logic is.
that would kind of be a good way to go about it. Like, this stays at the same speed as V hard, so it's not a huge adjustment. It's just the foes will be a bit slower. Hopefully be a bit easier to get some good times. So let's see how these two will be able to handle this level. And away we go. So yeah, you really want to see some combos in these chains, and Tetrisattakr showing a very brilliant display. 13 seconds. Oh, that is so nice. Only 5 lines for Paratroopa though, so that's going to be a bit of a struggle, especially with the garbage clear. Ugh. That's unfortunate. But those are the breaks.
You know, he still got it in at 28 seconds. That's not too bad. It does seem like a lot because this is just the start and these stages are so quick. But, you know, every second counts when you have such short speedruns like this.
Oh, yeah, like
12 seconds, holy moly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the stages get stupid quick here in the hard mode. In fact, the current world record by Yoshimitsu actually averages less than 13 seconds a stage. So it's kind of stupid what you have to do to get a top time in this level. But Tetrisattakkr's on that pace right now, so it's not all bad.
I just want to remind everybody that Poochie did nothing wrong.
Speak for yourself. How many runs have been ruined by that Doog?
I can tell you none of my runs have been ruined by Poochie. I don't have any runs, so it's a very small sample size, but, you know, he's done me some good.
Me, oh my. I just get Yoshi story flashbacks. That's
damn, 12 seconds. That is the number for Tetrisattakr here. Dang.
Yes, you're really looking for some fast stuff. And Tetrisattakr is showing us some very fast stuff right now. Sending makeup combos and chains that don't shake the screen very much. He's definitely playing at a different level right now. A minute for Paratroopa's Poochie. Oh, this is such a deficit to have this early on. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, just think about that. That's like, at Tetrisattakkr's pace of 12 seconds each stage, that's like 6 stages. 5. But, you know, he just got like a 20-something. He's cutting it down a little bit, but that really is devastating. A minute. It's not a good feel. Not a good feel.
Yeah, never a good feel. A little bit of a drop there for Tetrisattakr. That's gonna need a little bit more work, and there's just nothing. There's just like nothing coming together for them. So whatever work Paratroopa needs to put in to get back in this match, Tetrisattakr is helping just a little bit. Especially with that 35. But yeah, again, Paratroopa going big on the chains. Like that screen shaking a lot when that garbage falls. So you have to wonder if that is the way to go going forward. But of course,
It's hard to say as I don't run it, but it's whatever Tetrisattakkr's doing right now. That's my call. Do what he's doing. 38 seconds, not too bad. It's slow, but not too bad. And again, Cave of Wonders can flip things.
That is a loss for Paratroopa.
Wait, what? I didn't even realize that.
Oh, this is so salty. Oh, like I actually I actually spoke with Paratroopa after this happened, and yeah, they had to step away. They had to actually step away after that. That's just one of the worst feelings to have.
You know what? It is rough when you have a lose like that, especially when you're already behind, or at least you feel that you're behind, and you have a loss. It's super nerve-wracking. I definitely agree with that. I mean, everybody needs like a breather. If you have a little bit of a tilts do happen. So, you know, I can't necessarily fault them for just like dropping the controller and being like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm not in that state right now to continue. Probably better to do that than to get just like super frustrated and let it build up more and more. So while the loss and like stepping away, it's really unfortunate. Taking that breather is probably the best thing you could have done for yourself. And, you know, if you got to do it, you got to do it.
So this does seem like to be an easy win for Tetrisattakr in this game too. Here, we'll see how fast that does finish. Hopefully Paratroopa will be able to finish this one strong. Oh, 14 seconds. That is such a good time, and good for Paratroopa to finally get through. But man, and TA's playing on another level right now.
So it's what, 2 stages left? Kamek and then Bowser?
That is correct. We are down to the end of it here. And yeah, Tetrisattakr is set to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this best of 5. A 15-second Kamek. Another really, really strong stage.
Oh, yeah. Just that big boy block of garbage right there on top. Kamek was fairly confused. But Paratroopa's coming back. 26 is a pretty good time on Blarg. It's not super, super fast, but you know, it's a pretty decent recovery from a tilt. Gotta give some props right there.
And Paratroopa has been watching Tetrisattakr the entire time. Actually taught him the way to watch his opponents before this match, and who knows if he actually got hung up on that. So Tetrisattakr is done with a time of 7 minutes 28 seconds. And unfortunately, Paratroopa decided to not go on with the rest of that run, so that is a forfeit. And forfeits carry a bit of a stiff penalty in this tournament. If you do forfeit a race, then for the purposes of tiebreakers as to who goes on in the tournament, we will be using some average race times for that, and your individual race time for a forfeit is going to be 30 minutes, 30. So
it's a rough penalty.
Should be very stiff. I mean, these runs are short enough that I would expect everyone to finish every race, but you know what? The salt is also strong in these games, and if someone doesn't want to finish due to some salt, I can sympathize.
You know, like 30 minutes is really rough, but if you know that you can come back from it and you can actually just forfeiting will lead to you winning the rounds to win the whole thing, like that's a potential trade-off. It's, you know, there's some sports strategy in there.
Anyway, let's give Tetrisattakr a second star. Well, we are seeing that Paratroopa did decide to go easy for the potentially last race of this match, just to get it over with. Because let's face it, Paratroopa is really not in the mental state to be playing this game right now, so he just wants to get over with as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, if honestly, there's really not much of a choice. You could go normal, but it's like easy is probably the best option because it's if you can breeze through it a lot faster. Because I mean, as far as I remember, easy is kind of like those weird ones where it's just like, I don't want to say something wrong, but I feel like it's just more. It's more so on you than it is really on the AI in a sense. So if you can just play it out, get the win, you do get on to that next match. So.
Yeah, but even here we see a troll from Lakitu. There's still some potential for that as slow as these foes will move.
Yeah, and Tetrisattakr got that 16-second start, so oof, this is not looking good, folks. 39 seconds on a start. Oof. That's what they say nowadays, right? Oof. Big oof.
Oof.
I'm hip.
We are totally hip.
Absolutely.
All right.
19 seconds. Damn. Tetrisattakr managed to finish that stage before I was like debating if I should say oof.
well, Tetrisattakr was a top 3, I believe, in VHard for quite a while. So TA is definitely no slouch. Generally one of the favorites to make it to top 4, top 6, definitely in that caliber in this game, and he's showing again why he's showing that he's been playing this game for a really long time. Bit of an early drop there, though.
I'm really liking the combo game on Tetrisattakr there. Just got to point that out. It's really strong. I'm a fan.
Oh, yes. I definitely love my combos. There are definitely some fans in the audience who love their combos. And Tetrisattakr is showing why you want to be making all of those combos in order to win. Paratroopa just continuing to lose second after second with each and every stage. This is a must-win situation.
I just realized that's a super tough situation Paratroopa was in there, at least like mentally, right? Like the stack isn't going up because it's easy, and it doesn't really go up anyways because it's so slow because it's easy. You know the opponent's basically going to top out. You have nothing better to do but kind of just like wait, because if you said more, it's attached. It's going to clear anyways, right? So if anything, it might actually make it slower, right? Because it has to process all that. Or is it not like PPL?
I mean, these foes are just slower. Like the engine is just running at a slower speed level to get these to allow these foes to live a bit longer. Like there's lag in this game. There's definitely plenty of lag, but I'm not sure how it really affects these opponents specifically. But Tetrisattakr getting to a lead probably around 20 seconds at this point.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, Paratroopa isn't that far behind. I don't think you do a full... Do you even do any runs in the cave, though, on easy? Because I know it splits it off. I just forget which points.
This goes to Paratroopa1, stage 10.
Paratroopa1. Okay. So yeah, you get like halfway through the cave. So it's... Those last 2 stages might make or break.
Okay. There might be some ground made up there for Paratroopa. 22 seconds for Lungefish. Another early chain drop for Tetrisattakr. Gonna need to reload. And reload they are doing. No combos in that chain, so need to do a little bit extra to get the kill, and that kill will be gotten. Only an X5 for Paratroopa with the number of combos. It might be good enough. Yep, 22 seconds for Paratroopa. We are down to the thick of it in the cave. And
it's like a stage behind. It's not too bad. It's stage behind, all things considered.
Oh yeah, this still has potential to swing. These fools are definitely doing enough. They're starting to like their combos at this point. They're just a bit slow in flattening their stack though. X8 for Paratroopa. That was a lot to resort to, and lots of screen shake from that gigantic chain garbage. Oh boy. Well, this is the last stage. Tetrisattakr is looking on a really solid attack here to get his first win in the tournament. Ooh, that's a clear. That's a clear for Naval. Anything left here? No. Plants was gonna have to go up to the top of the stack to get that, and they are not doing that at this speed.
Sometimes I'm just wondering, like, what speed does the AI have? It's like, I think I could like crawl across my house at a faster pace. It's just so slow.
Oh yeah, easy mode. Easy mode is always feeling incredibly slow, but there we have it for this match. Times for Tetrisattakr, a 6:55. For Paratroopa, a 7:11. Does not come with any Slurpees.
See, I was gonna go with call him pizza. Hey. Most Canadians might get that.
There we go. In any case, let's give Tetrisattakr the third star and the win. So, Tetrisattakr does improve their record in the group to 1-1, and Paratroopa will be starting off on the wrong foot early on. A bit unfortunate, but there does have to be a winner and a loser in these races. So that 3-0 victory will be serving Tetrisattakr well going into their last match against Tai, which should stand to be a very, very competitive one yet. So let's take a look back at Group D here. There's the 1-1 record for Tetrisattakr. Tayman still with two feisty opponents left. But those two are looking to be in the driver's seat for the finals, and Paratroopa is looking up at a very, very uphill battle with Tayman and Tai still left to go. So, Aries, what did you think about how that match went?
It's a mixed bag. The early rounds where Tetris, well, in general, actually, when Tetrisattakr was getting those, what is essentially sub 20 matches, wins. I gotta remember the terminology here. But in either case, those sub 20 times, that was pretty hype, especially when he got them at cave levels, because that's all you can really hope for. I probably want to go a bit faster. I think, like, what? It's like, there's like an optimal time. It's like 15 seconds that you want to get it in. Cards, help me out here.
Like, the lower levels, you really want the stages closer to 15 seconds, yes?
Yes, I can remember knowledge. So yeah, getting around those times, definitely super hype. And again, a little bit of some things going on there on Paratroopa's side, but I think this loss is going to be super motivating for him, and he's going to come back with a vengeance for these next few bouts in the rest of this Group D. So I think I'm going to keep an eye on Paratroopa, see how this loss changes the rest of his matchups here.
Yes, it's a very uphill battle for Paratroopa indeed, but it should at least be fun to see how they overcome that battle. Because yeah, it's gonna be really hard at this point to knock Tayman or Tetrisattakr off of their pedestals as the top players to watch for in this group. So I think that's all that needs to be said about this matchup. If you are watching this on YouTube, we shall say goodbye to you here for Cards of the Heart, Dark Aries, and everyone at Puzzle General. Tune in next for a Group C matchup between FFR Pro 21 and I Like Being Smart. Until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
See ya.